Using a 16-inch circular needle is a lovely way to knit a hat in the round, until you get near the end and you're suddenly stuck. You reach a point where there are too few stitches for your circular and it feels all wrong. Your stitches start stretching and it just won't work. The most popular solutions are to switch to either a set of DPNs, short for double pointed needles, or a long circular needle using the magic loop technique. But if you don't know how to do either of these, or just don't have the right needles, here's another way. See how to use your 16-inch circular to knit your entire hat in this step-by-step tutorial. You'll also need a double pointed needle. Shorter is better. I'm using a 5-inch one here. If you don't have a pack of short DPNs, a straight cable needle works too. Just avoid curved cable needles with a dip in the middle like this. Your DPN doesn't need to be the same size as your circular needle. It can be any smaller size either. But a DPN that's thicker than your circular needle won't work, because your stitches won't fit easily on it and will stretch. I'm using a 3mm DPN here with my 5mm circular needle. The idea is that you're going to move a few stitches at a time to your spare DPN, and then knit these stitches with your right circular tip. This gives you more room to work, so you can keep using your circular needle to knit the entire hat. Here's how to do it step by step. I'm using my free beginner hat pattern to demo, linked in the description below, but this works for any knit in the round pattern. I've 30 stitches here, but you can start using the DPN whenever it gets awkward to use your circular. You can even switch mid-round. Let's get started. First, divide your total stitches by 5. This gives you a ballpark for how many stitches to move at a time. It doesn't have to be exact. I've 30 stitches and 30 divided by 5 is 6, so I'm going to work in bunches of 6 stitches. I'll knit an even round first to demo. First up, make sure you always mark the start of the round, as it's easy to lose track of it. Step 1. Move 6 stitches to your DPN. Hold your left circular tip in your left hand as usual, and your DPN in your right hand. Put your DPN into the first stitch on your circular, from right to left, as if you were going to purl it, and move it over to the spare needle. Make sure you don't put your DPN into the stitch from left to right, as if you were going to knit it, because that will twist the stitch and mess up your knitting. Move the next 5 stitches across so that you have 6 stitches on your DPN. Step 2. Pull your left circular tip out so the stitches are secure on the cable. Just leave the tip to dangle. Step 3. Now treat the DPN as your left circular tip and knit the first 6 stitches with your right circular tip. It might look and feel strange at first, but just forget about the dangling left tip and knit. So now we've knit 6 stitches and they're on the right circular tip as usual, just like every other round, and our DPN is empty. Now we just repeat the same 3 steps for the next bunch of 6 stitches. So turn your knitting and move some stitches back up to your left circular tip. Let's do our 3 steps. Step 1. Move the next 6 stitches to your DPN. Remember to put your DPN in from right to left each time, so you don't twist any stitches. Step 2. Pull your left circular tip out so your stitches are safe on the cable. Step 3. Turn your knitting and knit the 6 stitches with your right circular tip in your right hand and your DPN in your left. Now we've knit 12 stitches and the circular needle looks exactly the same as any other round mid-round. The only difference is we're using an extra DPN to make knitting with the circular easier when there's fewer stitches left. Now just repeat the same 3 steps 3 more times until you reach the end of the round. You use this same 3-step technique for every round, but you move the circular needle around in different ways as the stitch count drops. So I'll show you the 3 remaining rounds with some handy tips. Each round is time-stamped, so you can easily skip the parts you don't need. The next round is to decrease from 30 to 20 stitches. The instructions are to knit 2 together, knit 1, around. Make sure you mark the beginning of the round. Then, just like in the previous round, step 1 is to move the first 6 stitches over to the DPN. And step 2 is to pull out the left tip so that no stitches fall off it. Step 3 is to knit the stitches with the right circular tip and the DPN. So take your right tip and insert it from left to right into the second stitch first and then through the first stitch. Then knit these 2 stitches together to decrease by 1. Then knit the next stitch. Then repeat for the next 3 stitches. Knit the first 2 of them together and then knit the last stitch. So we've reduced 6 stitches down to 4. Repeat this 4 more times until you get to the end of the round. From midway through this round, you may find it harder to move the next stitches up to the left tip. Yanking a bit of cable out on the left side first helps. Then you can easily slide your stitches near the tip. So we've decreased to 20 stitches, and next we need to knit a final even round of 20 stitches. We're going to stick with our 3 steps, but because there are less stitches now, we'll work with 4 stitches at a time instead of 6, because 20 divided by 5 is 4. Remember, that's just a rule of thumb, and you don't need to have the same number in each bunch. Step 1 is to move the first 4 stitches over to your DPN. Step 2 is to move your stitches back down the left cable. Mark the start of the round, and step 3 is to knit the 4 stitches with your right circular tip and your DPN. Just like every other round, you repeat these 3 steps until you reach the end of the round. With just a small number of stitches left, manoeuvring can get a bit awkward, so here's a few tips. Tip number 1. For step 1, you need to yank out cable on the left side so that you can easily slide your stitches to the tip. Tip 2. If the dangling left circular tip is annoying you, you can grab it in your left hand behind your DPN as you knit. Finally, tip 3. Towards the end of the round, you may need to pull your right tip out to meet your DPN before you can knit. When this happens, hold the stitches on the back cable together with your DPN in your left hand. Make sure your yarn is hanging over the back. Try to line up the first stitch on your DPN with the first stitch on the cable and pull gently to tighten up. This avoids any gaps or holes in your knitting. Now there's just 1 decrease round left. We'll decrease from 20 stitches down to 10 by knitting 2 stitches together all the way round. We'll still work 4 stitches at a time. So step 1 is to move the first 4 stitches to the DPN, and then step 2 is to pull the left tip out as usual. With so few stitches left, you'll need to pull the right tip out and round to meet your DPN before you can knit with it. So just like the previous round, grab the back cable stitches together with your DPN in your left hand, lining up the first stitches. Then, with your working yarn hanging over the back, pull gently to tighten up before you start knitting so you don't get any gaps. Knit the first 2 stitches together and then knit the next 2 stitches together. Repeat the 3 steps as usual until you reach the end of the round. Knitting with so few stitches feels a bit strange and clunky at first, so I'll demo the full round here so you can see how it works. Step 1. Move the second group of 4 stitches to the DPN. Step 2. Pull the left circular tip out. Step 3. Turn, and the right tip is already in position after the first 4 stitches. So I just knit the next 2 stitches together and then knit 2 together again. Turn back again and I yank out some cable on the left so I can move more stitches up to the left tip. Step 1. Move the next 4 stitches to the DPN. Step 2. Pull the left circular tip out. Step 3. Move the stitches up to the DPN tip and the right tip is ready to knit. So knit 2 stitches together and then knit the other 2 stitches together. Just over halfway now. Turn again. Yank some of the left cable out again so I can easily slide the next 4 stitches to the tip. Step 1. Move them to the DPN. No need for step 2 as my left tip happens to be empty. So step 3. Turn, move stitches to the needle tips as usual and knit the first 2 stitches together. And then knit the last 2 stitches together. Turn again and there's just 4 stitches left on the cable. So step 1, slide them right up to the tip and then across to the DPN. Skip step 2 as the left tip is now empty. Turn, and I need to take the right tip out and around to meet the DPN this time before I can knit. So I pull the right tip out and grab the back cable stitches and DPN close together in my left hand. I move the stitches up to the DPN tip and put my right tip into the first 2 stitches together. Tighten up to avoid gaps and knit them together. And finally knit the last 2 stitches together. That's the final round of knitting done, so pull the tip out. Now we just need to sew the top of the hat closed. Watch the next quick video for step-by-step instructions. I hope you found this video helpful. Got any questions? Just comment below. Thanks for watching.